Frostmourne hungers. What is it now? No one orders me around. What is it now? This is more like it. Finally. At last. Tread lightly. This is more like it. What is it now? Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Glory to the Scourge! Speak, fool. Finally. At last. Finally. First blood. Tread lightly. At last. What is it now? Speak, fool. This is more like it. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. I'll make sure you suffer. No one orders me.
Let the killing begin. Let the killing begin. I love you. Anyone
Speak, fool. No one orders me. This is more. At last. Finally. At last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Tread lightly. Finally. This is more like it. What is it now? Finally. At last. Finally. At last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. At last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it. At last. Finally. Speak, fool. At last. This is more like it. Now, you will end this torment. No one orders me around. At last. Speak, fool. Tread lightly. Speak, fool. Finally. At last. This is more like it. Finally. At last. Tread lightly. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers.
Fateless. Our forces are under attack.
No one orders me. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it. What is it now? Frostmourne hungers. Finally. At last. This is more like it. Finally. At last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Tread lightly. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. No one orders me around. This is more like it. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Tread lightly. At last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. This is more like it. I'll make sure you see. At last. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Speak, fool. This is more like it. At last. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Finally. At last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. You will know endless torment. Finally. Tread lightly. Frostmourne hungers. Speak, fool. Tread lightly. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Speak, fool. This is more like it. Tread lightly. At last. Finally. No one orders me around. Glory to the Scourge. For the Lich King. Frostmourne hungers. You will know everything. What is it now? Tread lightly. Finally. At last. What is it now? Finally. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. No one. Now, Frostmourne. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it. At last. This is more like it. Finally. At last.
An allied hero has
Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Tread lightly.
Our hero has been killed.
Speak, fool. At last. What is it now? No one orders me around. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. What is it now? At last. Frostmourne hungers. You will know endless torment. At last. Faithless coward. Speak, fool. Finally. This is more like it. At last. For the Lich King. Finally.
Our forces are under attack.
Frostmourne hungers. Tread lightly. This is more like it. Your pain will be legendary. At last.
Idiota.
Speak, fool. Tread lightly. Finally. This is more like it. You will know endless.
Our forces are under attack.
Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it.
Your pain shall be legendary.
Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Frostmourne
Your mana
hungers.
is depleted.
This is more like it. Finally.
Let the killing begin. Let the killing begin.
No one orders me
Our forces
around.
are under attack.
What you want?
Speak, fool. This is more like it.
Let the killing begin. I'd love to.
No one orders me around. At last. Speak, fool. Finally. Tread lightly. At last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. At last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. At last. This is more like it. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. What is it now? Tread lightly.
Our forces are under
What is it
attack.
now? No one orders me around.
You want axe?
Tread lightly.
An allied hero has been
Finally. This is more like it. Speak, fool. At last. I'll make sure you suffer. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. No one orders me around. Finally. This is more like it. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Glory to the Scourge. Finally. This is more like it. At last. Finally. What is it now? This is more like it. At last. This is more like it. Finally. Your pain shall be legendary. Glory to the Scourge. At last. Finally. This is more like it. At last. Speak, fool. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. For the Lich King. Finally. What is it now? At last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Finally. At last. This is more like it. No one orders me around. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hunger.
Your mana is depleted.
What is it now? Finally. No one orders me around. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. What is it now? Frostmourne hungers. at last. Frostmourne hungers. Speak, fool. At last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. No one orders me around. At last. This is more. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. At last. Frostmourne hungers.
Our hero has been killed.
Speak, fool. What is it now? Tread lightly. Speak, fool. This is more like it. At last. Frostmourne hungers. No one orders me around. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. At last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Tread lightly. Your pain shall be legendary. At last. Fates. No one orders me around. What is it now? Frostmourne hungers. Tread lightly. No one orders me around. Speak, fool. Frostmourne hungers. This is more. Frostmourne hungers. At last. What is it now? Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. At last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. No one orders me around. At last. Frostmourne hungers. At last. This is more like it. Now, Frostmourne. Finally. At last. Finally. At last. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Frostmourne hungers.
Our forces are under attack.
Speak, fool. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. What is it now?
An allied hero has
Finally.
been killed.
For the Lich King. This is more like it. Tread lightly. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last.
Inventory is full.
What is it now? Speak, fool. Finally. Frostmourne hungers.
Let the killing begin. Let the killing begin. I'd love to. Ichuta. I do it.
What is it now? Finally. This is more like it. At last. No one orders me around. Speak, fool. Finally. Ah, at last. Finally. What is it? Frostmourne hungers. Finally.
Our forces are under attack.
This is more like it. Finally. Speak, fool. Frostmourne hungers.
An allied hero.
This is more like it. Now. Finally. Frostmourne hungers.
An allied hero has been killed.
Ah, at last. This is more like it. No one orders me around. Ah, at last. Tread lightly.
Our
Fine.
forces are under attack.
For the Lich King. No one orders me around. Frostmourne hungers. Glory to the Scourge. I'll get you, son. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. This is more like it.
Our
Finally.
forces are under attack.
Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it.
Sire?
What is it now? Speak, fool. Frostmourne hungers. What is it now? Finally. Frostmourne hungers. At last. This is more like it. At last. Speak, fool. Finally. No one orders me around. I'll make sure you suffer. Ah, at last. Finally. Ah, at last. Finally. Ah, at last.
Let the killing begin.
Tread lightly. Speak, fool.
You
Finally.
want axe? Let the killing begin.
No one orders me around. This is more like it. Finally. Glory to the Scourge! Frostmourne
An allied hero has been killed. Our forces are under attack.
What is it now? Ah, at last. No one orders me around.
An allied hero has been killed.
What is it now? This is more like it. Tread lightly. Frostborn hunger. This is more like it. No one orders me around. Frostborn hunger. Finally. At last. Your pain shall be ended. This is more like it. What is it now? Frostborn hungers. No one orders me around. Finally. Tread lightly. At last. What is it now? Finally. Frostborn hungers. At last. Frostborn hungers. Finally. This is more like it. At last. This is more like it. Frostborn hungers.
Your pain shall be legendary. Faithless coward.
This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it. At last. Tread lightly. This is more like it.
Your pain shall be legendary.
No one orders me around. Finally. What is it now?
Inventory is
Frostborn hungers. I'll make sure you suffer. No one orders me around. At last. Tread lightly. Speak, fool. Frostborn hungers. Finally. Glory to the Scourge.
Your pain
At last. This is more like it.
An allied hero has been killed.
No one. Speak, fool. At last. Frostborn hungers. This is more like it. At last. This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. At last. This is more like it.
An allied hero has been
Finally.
killed.
This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. No one is leaving around. Our forces are under attack. Tread lightly.